So, will using this rule get you audited? First, let's point out that if you do get audited, we're probably going to win. Second, we don't know what causes IRS audits. They actually keep their algorithm secret. So we're not sure what causes audits. Now, we do talk to IRS agents when there are audits, and I've been doing this for 27 years. So I've spoken to a lot of agents, a lot of IRS tax attorneys, a lot of appeals agents. I have never seen an audit caused by the use of the Augusta Rule. Not once. It never came into play. It was never a factor.
What will cause an audit, again, is a lot of sloppy, non-normal business practices. And sadly, these are endemic across business.
The only thing I've seen that during an audit that was triggered by something else, if it was poorly done, then it got picked up during that audit. As we mentioned in a different video, we are actually going out of our way to minimize the chance of an audit. That if Skynet notices something it doesn't like, we have an explanation of why this is legitimate built into the return. In other words, we instruct your accountant how to properly report this so that Skynet is less likely to be upset, and that once Skynet looks at it and decides it wants an audit, now we don't think that'll happen, but let's say it does. We have to plan for all contingencies. There's a note on the return explaining to the IRS agent that reviews the return, because when Skynet triggers an audit, an IRS agent normally reviews it. And there's a note explaining what we did and why it's legal, and why it makes sense. So can I guarantee it won't trigger an audit? No, we've never seen it happen. And I would add that even anecdotally, so we talk to a lot of retired IRS agents, we get on the CPA boards and talk to people and ask, what truly causes audits? Because again, during an audit, when you ask an agent what caused an audit, 95% of the time they will tell you. And we've never heard directly, in my case, or anecdotally from other professionals, that the Augusta Rule, somehow caused an audit. Could that change? Sure, everything can change. We can get nuked tomorrow. The law can change. But presently, I have no indications that it's causing audits.
You do have to weigh, as an entrepreneur, risks, right? That's what you do every day. Is this risk worth the reward? Or is this over here too risky or not risky enough because I'm not making any money? You've got to constantly weigh things. And the Augusta Rule itself, you have to look at, well, what benefit do I receive? And is this worth the time and effort? So if you own a really teeny home that will not rent for a lot of money, and you're completely disorganized, you probably shouldn't be doing this. You need to get things organized. You need to be making profit in your business. And you need to have books that can actually show you that profit in the books. And at that point, is the Augusta Rule worth taking on? I would certainly argue yes. It saves me an enormous amount of money, and it gives me a built-in place where I conduct focused business events at my home, strengthening both my team and my community.